What's up, y'all? This is your boy Eddie Jackson. Welcome back to the Drop That Podcast, where we got wrestling talk. But before we get into that, shout out to our sponsor, Layback TV. Over 10,000 channels, movies on demand, every sports channel, so y'all can check out the NFL. Only $25 a month, every HBO, every simplified language you can think of, multiple languages. Check them out on Layback TV, LAYBACKTV.com, all right? Compatible on your iPhones, Androids, and your Fire Sticks. Let's get into wrestling talk. Whoa! Holy shit. On the post of Crown Jewel, look what we got. So, let's get Raw out the way. Not much happened, but we had a fatal four-way match that was to determine the number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. And it went as Sheamus, Seth freaking Rollins, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and soon to be El Campeón, Damian Priest. Damian Priest got the pinfall on Dominic Mysterio, number one contender. He earns his rematch against the Ring Jalal Gunta. Okay? World Heavyweight Championship. I see that happening either Saturday Night Live or shit. This could be stretched out to the Royal Rumble. Why not? Okay? Moving on. So, it was announced the Elimination Chamber is going to be going down in Toronto. Interesting. I mean, we're going to do Vancouver, British Columbia, which is Canada, for the Survivor Series War Games. We're going to Indianapolis for Royal Rumble. We're going to Toronto, just announced. And we're going to Vegas for WrestleMania. It's going to be interesting. I'll see you there. But yeah. Okay, that'll be interesting. I noticed also for WWE Bad Blood that was held down in Atlanta, Georgia, they had the promos with Metro Boomin. I wonder if they're going to have Drake for these promos for the Elimination Chamber. You never know. You know what I mean? Last time they did Elimination Chamber, it was in Montreal. I think it was 2 years ago, where the main event was Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. You see George St. Pierre, legendary two-weight division champion, in the crowd with Ariel Helwani, who's also Canadian. So who knows? It'll be interesting. Let me see. Kevin Owens injures Randy Orton with the banned maneuver, the pile driver. Now, it was a safe way to perform this pile driver, so I give KO with that. I can see why it was banned. I mean, it's been injuring people so many superstars over the years. If y'all don't remember, rest in peace, Owen Hart. It was in the '97 SummerSlam. He took on Stone Cold Steve Austin for the Intercontinental Championship and did a reverse tombstone pile driver that literally changed the course of Austin's career, kind of shortened it. So I can see why. Now, a part of me feels like Randy Orton being written off due to this injury by KO is not to write him off because he's really injured. I feel like it's to write him off, right off the baby face of Randy Orton. I feel like Randy Orton's going to be soon coming into heel turn, and we might see that Punk kick returning. And I feel like we're gonna see the Legend Killer return. Who knows? He can't seem to be stop staring at the WWE Undisputed Championship from the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see exactly how this is going to progress. I mean, we got plenty of time in the next couple of weeks when it comes down to the Survivor Series. So we could see something change when it comes down to Randy. I kind of like this new KO. I mean, it's not the new KO, it's the old KO, but I like they brought him back. You know what I mean? It's a good way to bring him back. Get some real story time, with KO. So, I mean, we'll see. Now, they had a conversation I'm speaking Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Roman Reigns, and Jimmy Uso, regarding the accidental kick at Crown Jewel that Sami performed on Roman. Now, Sami, he gets funny, he's feeling oozy or whatever. But he asked Roman to apologize to Jey. If there's any person that Roman should be apologizing to, it ain't Sami, it ain't Jimmy. Hell, it ain't even Paul Heyman. It is Jey Uso. Jimmy, of all people, really need to apologize to his twin brother, but that's just my opinion. He didn't apologize. But Solo Sikoa put out the challenge, which everybody was predicting, including me, for Survivor Series War Games, right? Now, everybody's predicting a lot of 4-on-4, and I can understand that. If you put Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, the new bloodline, taking on the OG bloodline of Roman, Sami, and the Usos, yeah, they have a 4-on-4. But Solo mentioned 5. Roman rebutted 5. I don't think they're going to do a 4-on-4. There's a possibility we will see 5-on-5. Now, I feel like there's going to be a certain situation occur. Now that you got Sami, now that you got, and it's been reunited. It's Solo kick. I'm sorry, Sami kicked Solo, so it's official. Sami reunited with the Usos and Roman Reigns for the OG bloodline. They all put their ones up. I get it, but it gets a little conflicting now. It gets a very, very conflicting now because 5-on-5, we can assume who could be the 5th on the new bloodline with Solo. It could be the newest bloodline family member that they signed in WWE. Hell, it could be The Rock, if The Rock has time when he's not promoting, Red One, or Moana Part 2 that's going to be in theaters this month. So it's kind of interesting how this could progress in the coming weeks. I have my prediction on how it's going to go down. Could be wrong, but my prediction is it's not the first time we've seen this before. We've seen it before in a War Games match, but not in WWE. We've seen it in WCW. But I'll get into that as the story progresses and when we do our segment for Who You Got for Survivor Series War Games. So as of right now, it's a pretty good setup, in the first week of November, where you can now do a storyline with Sami, Roman, and the Usos against the new bloodline, which really confuses me sometimes because didn't they just put us through a fucking WWE draft? What's the point of the fucking draft? Do you know that the OG bloodline consists on 2 members of Smackdown and 2 members of Raw? Sami Zayn and Jey Uso belong on Raw. What the fuck was the point of it? We need to stop the whole branding shit if you're not going to fall through with it. We're seeing way too many champions on the West Coast, on the Raw brand, come over to SmackDown and vice versa. But, whatever. We'll see. We'll see how this progresses over Raw and SmackDown. Maybe they do both shows. Oh, before we go, we're going to close with this. Nick Aldis just announced a new women's championship that's going to be brought live to the fans, and a new champion. A new women's United States championship. Holy shit. The people have spoken, and they're making it happen. A new women's U.S. champion. Now, my thing is, right, there's a lot that could be rocking that U.S. title for the women's, you know what I mean? My guess could be Michin, known as also Mia Yim. We can also see Naomi, maybe, Tiffany Stratton, maybe not because she's missed Money in the Bank, so a world championship might be occurring in her future. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing now because, they brought a few weeks back, I think it was a couple months back actually, an NXT Women's North American Championship, a new mid-card championship, and it's doing pretty well over there in NXT. Now they got Smackdown, a new United States Women's Champion. I love it. We all know what's coming next. A Women's Intercontinental Championship. Rest in peace, Chyna. She would be so proud. The first woman to wear the Intercontinental Championship. I can't wait to see how this occurs. But shout out to the women and the ladies of WWE. They're getting their shine on. Okay, so can't wait to see how they're gonna see who earns the women's U.S. title. Might be a tournament, might be a battle royal, who knows? But till then, we'll see. This is your boy Eddie Jackson to Drop That Podcast. Make sure you subscribe, like the page. You already fucking know. Comment on it if you want. I'll be responding if it's juicy enough. All right, y'all out of here, please.